Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 70 ring. 19, 18. Go.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
3rd and short, Jackson. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Cedric Gray. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. "7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Second down. Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And 3rd down coming up.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Gray.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Ready.
They'll run with the Clemson product. This is Will Shipley. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Titans move out on top, 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
The motion man here is Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A first down throw for Jackson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Another catch on the drive. This one for 13 yards and another first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
The motion man here is Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And At this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Ready up.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line. Second down and goal. Now, Jackson. That'll be complete to Gibson. Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Third and goal for Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I have a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
They'll run with Shipley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
70 Lion.
A carry here for Shipley. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Tyrell Dodson. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done.
I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
There we go, shot.
Here's Jackson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have a Colts first down. They managed to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Mike, I think the way we've seen the NFL going these past couple years is I think all these quarterbacks, they love when the call comes in for the sideline for quarterback sneak. Hey, coach, put the game on my shoulders. With this offensive line, I'm going to pick up this first down, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Short pass taken in by the tight end. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. 13 yards on the catch there. That's good for a Colts first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. And how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy, but you get paid to catch them all.
Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air, and truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Now a give on the ground. Room to run at the 35. The speed on display. He's in. Touchdown, Titans. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Mims sent in motion here. On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is hard. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
They'll send a tight end in motion. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff, running right. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Smash, smash. Hut, hut.
On the ground, this is Shipley.
Got it, ready?
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Open man down the field, it's Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. Space to run inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way home. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Tennessee. The kicking team up for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Titans add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Jackson. He'll take a shot with Mims. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. Defensively, that's just a missed opportunity, Mike. Anytime you have 2 defenders in the area and neither one of them is able to make a play on the ball, yes, I know that the ball felt incomplete, but, man, you got to get your hands on that ball and take advantage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass,
is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This fielded inside the 35. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Shipley. Open space to the 35. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Will Shipley. Touchdown Titans. A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Titans are going to extend their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. Let's go now. Go.
They'll begin here on the ground. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. They bring the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Drive will start on the ground. He finds some room across the 25. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half. And I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
A run. It's Bigsby. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
The best running backs, Mike, they have a really good balance between executing the play that's designed, but then every so often they just have to trust their instincts, and sometimes that's the best plays. That's where the big home run shots come from, and when you have a talented back, you want to give them that freedom.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday nighter to start the new NFL week, as we'll send you down to Orlando now where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll give it here to Shipley. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Check smash. Go.
On first down, here's Shipley. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Set up. 70 Timberwolves. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This defense hitting their ears back, coming to get him again.
All right, so it's only one drive here in the second half, and they trail pretty big here to start the third. But it seems this defense came out with a little different energy than we saw in the first half. Whatever was said in the locker room seemed to have worked. Now it's the offense's chance to see if they can cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. From the gun, Jackson. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at the 30.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything. But at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
To the air one more time with Jackson. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Up the middle they go. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
Third and goal for Jackson. And he's in. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Indy.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with a touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. He'll start at the 2. Here comes a reverse. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. On the handoff, it's Shipley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it's going to be third down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
That is Ferguson in motion. They'll run with Shipley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. A carry here for Shipley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now this time they'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 31 yards.
Ready?
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give on the ground. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 9.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here's a toss, right side. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short.
Let's go now.
3rd and a yard. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
This is a play we've seen this offense have success with in the past, but here you have to wonder if they maybe tipped their hand a bit because that one went nowhere.
The field goal unit is out for the Titans. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here's Gould on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He's got a man downfield. It's Mims. Well, that'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. Jackson now to throw on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, set. Forward, 70.
Now Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency?
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Cedric Gray. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Alert! Alert! Hut, hut.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a give up the middle. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Ready, set.
3rd and 5. He'll try to get this one on the ground. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Watkins motioning over. From the gun, here's Bigsby. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
On the ground, this is Shipley. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
Ready.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
Coach, tag. Take go.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down for Tennessee.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Ready. Wait, that. Ready.
So it's a win here for the Titans. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Titans winners here in Music City as we say so long from Nashville.